Hello again YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be carrying on with a guide once again, and I think I might be doing another game at another point so I can mix things about, because all I'm doing at the moment is guides and it's not always the funnest thing to look at, but I'm going to have them there for those who need it. Next we have my Druid. Druid is quite a diverse class, so it's going to be a lot harder to go into more detail, but I'll try to the best of my ability. Anyway, moving on, we'll go to in-game. Okay, and we are back here in-game on my Druid. Now I'm going to try and pace it a bit more, a bit quicker this time, because there's a lot to cover in Druid. So starting straight away, talent trees at level 15, feline swiftness, displace the beast, and wild charge. Feline swiftness is a passive, increasing your movement speed by 15%. Don't think it's restricted to cat form just because the picture is a cat. That is for any form. You get that, your any movement speed will be increased. It's a passive. This is good for PvE, good for PvP, good for travelling, and those who like to farm achievements and get about. Also good for leveling. Moving on, displace a beast is instant 30-second cooldown, teleports a druid up to 20 yards forward and activates cat form and prowl. The reason this is good in PvP for any spec, for a feral, it's a vanish. A vanish always is a lifesaver, and it's only on a 30-second cooldown, which makes it very powerful. For Boomkin or a resto druid, this can save your life and get the attention off you if you're getting focused in PvP. So for example, if you're resto and you're the only one taking damage, you're getting focused, and you just want to get the hell out of there, displace a beast will save your ass. Now it's only on a 30-second cooldown, so it's pretty good. And also you could open with a pounce or something to day someone, or if anything you could hide somewhere and then open up with as soon as you come out of stealth, open up with a cyclone, and it's a really good like chain CC initiator, because you get the time and they won't know where you are. Wild charge is instant, it's a 15-second cooldown, making it really useful. Has quite a nice bit of range. Now this is some form of charge, leap, movement speed increase for each form, including non-shapeshifted. As a non-shapeshifted, let me show you this quickly. You literally fly towards them. Let's see if I can actually do it. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to fly to a dummy. Oh, there you go, let's see. You just fly to it. Bear just charges, it's the same as feral charge. Cat form, same as feral leap. Moonkin form, you bounce backwards like a disengage on a hunter. Travel form, you leap forward 20 yards. This is just I mean, if you can change into travel form as a resto again in PvP and stuff like that, that can be really helpful again, because you can get away from people. Now this is probably the most useful one for PvE, meaning the reason being is because you can do several things in different forms. So for example, if you're a non-shapeshift, you just got out of form, or you can fly to an ally, or you need to charge to an enemy, or you need to leap to an enemy as a cat. A cat, you will need this. You'll need a gap closer in PvP or PvE, so you can actually get to the enemy. Moonkin, I mean, I don't think you'll need it for Boomkin in PvE, but for PvP I'd recommend it. Not very useful travel form thing, and who cares about aquatic form, let's be honest. Okay, moving on. Nature Swiftness Renewal Scenario and Ward. Nature Swiftness, when activated, your next psych nature spell becomes instant cast and is castable in any form, and then the healing and duration of the spell is increased by 50%. All around great spell. It is mainly a resto spell, but you can get it if you like for Cyclone. It's on a 1-minute cooldown though, so I wouldn't get it for PvE. It's too situationally based. As a healer, you won't get in a good enough situation to use it in, and especially the fact that you have to activate it and then use a cooldown. Renewal, instantly heals a druid for 30% of maximum health, usable in all shapeshift forms. Probably say the best one for PvP is Renewal. For PvE, that's pretty good for a feral tank as well. Scenario and Ward protects a friendly target, causing any damage taken to heal the target for 8.7k every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Gaining the heal effect consumes the Continuum Ward. Scenario and Ward, usable in all shapeshift forms. The reason that's a decent spell is because it's usable in any form and it's on a 30-second cooldown, but it only heals you. I mean, it's a decent amount, but at level 90 that just becomes a bit of poop. It heals you for about 9k every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. I think it's just down to preference, to be honest. Personally, in both PvP and PvE, I would get Renewal. Moving on, we've got Fairy Swarm, Mass Entanglement, and Typhoon. Fairy Swarm is an improved version of Fairy Fire, but it also reduces the target's movement speed by 50%. This is really powerful. I mean, Fairy Fire has always been too powerful against such. I'm not sure if it's still. I think it. Yeah, it does. Is the fact that it stops rogues and druids going stealthed, and a lot of other classes as well that can stealth now, such as hunters or even shadow priests. So that's a really powerful thing, and the fact that it slows them as well is pretty cool. Mass Entanglement, this is probably mainly a PvE thing. I mean, you won't really get a good situation to use it on AoE situation in PvP, so it's mainly a PvE situation to get loads of mobs together. Typhoon, your choice. You can use it for PvP if you want. Say, for example, if you take advantage of the arena such as Blaze Dead Arena and you want to knock them off the edge, you can do that. Or in battlegrounds such as Eye of the Storm, if you go to the middle bit, you can actually knock them off the edge and that kills them. But it's really not that useful in PvE, unless you can get a glyph that stops it from knocking back. It does okay damage, not that great though. Level 60, Soul of the Forest, Incarnation, and Force of Nature. Force of Nature summons the 3 trains as it used to, doing okay-ish damage, but now it's usable in all forms. Incarnation is probably the best one, and I'll get back to that last. Solar Forage, when lunar form eclipse, you gain 20 solar power, and when a blah blah blah. So each time you change solar to lunar, you gain a certain amount of energy in either. Your finishing moves grant 4 energy per point. Your Mangle now generates an extra 2 rage in bear form, and you gain 50% haste for your next spell when you cast Swift Mend. Overall, really good ability because it's a passive. Now, this is down to how you prefer. Now, if it was me, I find it really hard to pick these. Now, Soul of the Forest is a lot long term, but Incarnation is a big burst. Now, what Incarnation does, it enhances the form that you're in. So, for example, it will allow you to dish out a lot more damage in cat form because you'll have access to all your stealth abilities and you won't have restrictions. Bear form, it reduces the cooldown on melee damage abilities and growl to 1.5 seconds. That's okay. Wouldn't get it in bear form. I'd probably get that in bear form for extra rage, but it's your choice. You could get that as well. Increases healing done and your armor by 120% and enhances your abilities in resto. Then in Boomkin increases Moonkin form that gains 25% increased arcane and nature damage whilst it's active. So that's a really strong ability. PvP, PvE, I would get Incarnation. Your choice, depends how you play. Moving on, you've got Disorientate and Roar, Ursul's Vortex, and Mighty Bash. Now, no matter what, in my opinion, Mighty Bash is the only one you'd go for in PvP because it's usable in all forms and you can smack someone in the face and stun them for 5 seconds. PvE, you got Ursul's Vortex or Disorientate and Roar. Invokes the Spirit of Ursul to roar, disorientating all enemies within 10 yards for 3 seconds. Any damage caused will remove the effect. Ursul's Vortex conjures a vortex of wind at the destination that reduces the movement speed of all. Now this is also strongly PvP, but both of these you can use in both these two can use in PvE to get a bunch of mobs bunched together and make sure they don't move. Or in PvP you can use Ursul's Vortex and stick it right on top of, say, the most important person, like the most important damage dealer in the arena, for example, and they can't move in the slightest. and the fact that it's usable in all forms is great. And it lasts 10 seconds and it's on a 1-minute cooldown, so it's a 50-second cooldown before you can use it again. So that one I would use. Personally, I would use Ursul's Vortex for PvE, maybe Disorientating Roar, depending on how it works. I mean, it's down to the situation that you get. That's hard to say. If we have a look, see that doesn't. It's disorientated. Now I can't really show you a lot here, since it's not real people. But this, anyone in the middle of it is slowed. As soon as they walk out of it, it's like, oh, back in the middle. So it's really cool. Moving on, we've got Heart of the Wild, Dream of Sonaris, and Nature's Vigil. Heart of the Wild increases stamina, agility, and intellect by 6% at all times when activated. Dramatically improves the Druid's ability to perform roles outside of their normal specialization for 45 seconds, grants the following benefits. 1. Bear form, agility, expertise, hit chance, and armor bonuses increase. Vengeance, granted chance to be hit by melee critical strikes reduced. When you're not feral. Now what this is I'm not a huge fan of this one. The reason being is it enhances the spec that you're not. So if you're not Guardian, you'll get enhanced Bear form. If you're not Feral, get enhanced Feral, etc. But let's look at the other ones first. When Wrath, Starfire, Star Surge, melee abilities increase healing done by your next healing spell by 30%. Nourish, Healing Touch, and Regrowth increase the damage done by your next 2 Moonfire or Sunfire cast by 65%, or your next 2 melee. Now what is let's have a look at this last one. Increase all damage done at healing by 20% for 30 seconds while active. All single target healing spells also damage a nearby target for 20%. A single target damage spells and abilities also healing. Now I would use that one. Why? Because these seem to enhance the spec that you're not. Now I can see that working slightly in PvP. If you're a healer, you want to dish out a bit of damage quickly, or if you're a DPS and you want to put a bit of healing out quickly. Now if here, for example, if you're healing, then you quickly get a Wrath or a Starfire or a Star Surge out, you get increased healing. Or if you're DPS, if you quickly heal someone, you get increased damage. Now the Heart of the Wild enhances all your the specs that you're not playing. And then you've got Nature's Vigil, which is straight out increased healing and damage. Then if you damage an enemy that's next to your teammate, it will heal your teammate for 25% of the damage done. Or if you heal a teammate and there's an enemy near, it will heal, damage them for 25% of the damage done. So this is mainly for arena, good for bosses, decent for raids, decent for battlegrounds. It's your choice what you get from there on. Now I'm not sure if there's many more glyphs I could show you. I think the main ones I want to focus showing you on this is the minor glyphs, because they're more new. If you've got any questions about other ones, just let me know. Aquatic form, it just increased movement speed. This just makes your form, sorry my add-on's messing up. This just makes your form, it's literally, I would look like how I am now with a few stars around me. It's a bit poo. An Orca just makes you a tiny little shark. The Predator, you can now track humanoids. No, your track humanoids ability now also tracks beasts. The Stag, your travel form, can now be used as a mount by party members. You can have the ability to charm woodland creature. Feline Grace reduces falling damage even while not in cat form. Each time you shapeshift into cat or bear form, your shapeshift form will have a random colour. Your travel form appears as a cheetah. This glyph will prevent glyph of the stag from working. And then the train teaches you the ability train form shapeshift into a train form. Now there's nothing really new regarding to the abilities. They're mainly just everything bunched into one. Nothing new to show you apart from track humanoids, which all of you should have seen if you've played a hunter. Now that's the only one that I can see that's new. Increases your maximum health for a certain amount. That's about it. Sorry, this may have been long, regardless of me speaking quickly and skipping things and not being able to say every word perfectly and keep like jobbling about. But regardless, I hope this video helped you. please come back and ask me questions if you've got any, or if you need help in anything else, please let me know. Regardless, please like and subscribe. Not only does it help me out, it boosts my morale to make more videos. And once again, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.